Alright guys, this just launched. So Kimi, the Chinese AI company, just launched their Openclaw hosting and they called it KimiClaw. So KimiClaw costs $40. You have to be on the Allegro plan, which is the $40 per month plan, but they host everything for you and give you all the features of Kimi. This video will show you very quickly how to set this up, and at the end we'll just tell you if it's worth it or not. But in quick, just a very quick summary of what they're doing. So very quickly, Kimi is launching it directly, the agent directly into their platform. It's called KimiClaw, and you can already just click a button and set it up. So actually just managed to launch it here. And it's essentially Openclaw hosted on these Chinese servers and using Kimi as a base. You must have the Allegretto plan, so you have to upgrade your plan, and you have to be on this one over here. So I want to say that's so this one. So you do have, of course, the full Kimi features. You have the 2.5 model. You have access to your agent swarm. You have access to 5x quota, which I would say is quite useful. And I think the most important one, I think like why anyone would even want to use this, is because it has direct access to Kimi's agent swarm. I think like, just my current assessment of this is that yes, it's fast to set up, but honestly, I've seen quite a few companies that set up Openclaw for set this up for much cheaper. In fact, I even have a video on it on how you can get it set up for around $2. So just in terms of rationale speaking, so like I have this video set up, like how to get the server set up for literally $2. You can run different AIs on it. So yeah, the only reason I will say this and why I pull my pocket out is one, to try it for you guys, so you guys don't have to pull out your wallet and try it. But at the same time, I think like if I even want to consider this long term, it will be because of Agent Swarm. So anyways, the setup was very, very easy. Just go to KimiClaw. It's already on the dashboard, and then you just launch it. Do I have a, you know what? I'll just delete it. Yeah, there you go. Just create the button. So yeah, you can run it, you can create one and delete one. And I guess in many ways you can just like, play around with it on this end. But obviously, of course, you won't have full access to their servers either. So it won't be as fun as playing it on your own computer. And I would say, in terms of trust, I have to say this, Kimi is a Chinese company, so we don't know what sort of data they're keeping. So yet again, I feel like this is kind of a gimmick feature for them, but at the same time, I do feel like if you really need a claw, like maybe if you need something that does need a lot of research, that's probably the one reason I'll use it. It takes around a minute to set up, so let me just show you here. That was the setup process. Just click start, create, and set up. So it is very, very easy, and fully integrated with Kimi. We'll do some test trials. I'm actually quite curious if we can run an agent swarm to figure out what's happening. That's behind the scenes, and maybe dig and see if they included any extra features. I would guess that in the future they probably would include some Kimi specific features. Otherwise, this is not very competitive at all, right? If you think about it. Yeah, if I can get it done for $2, why get it done for $40 at the end of the day? But I guess it's much more brainless in terms of your token management. All right, so there we go. We have reload, reconnect. Let's reconnect to this. So hi Kimi. Let's start an agent swarm and figure out what's happening with Openclaw and their recent acquisition by OpenAI. Maybe we'll see that. We'll see how the results go. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so let me start by checking what agents are available for spawning. Then we'll dig into this OpenAI Openclaw acquisition. Wow, this story is wild. I'm literally running an Openclaw right now. Let me fetch you the story. So I do say it's fast, but it's not. Okay, yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. So I figured out that there's an acquisition that's happening. It does the web search. Let's see. Yeah, it kind of summarized the key gist of what's going on. So I would say, yeah, if you have the money, or if you have money to burn, this doesn't seem to be that bad. Do you have access to X? What are people saying, and what did Sam Altman say? So I'm just doing a quick sanity test on this, right? Because yet again, I don't know if it has full X features. If it has full X features, I think that would make it useful. Oh, I don't have access to X. Oh no. Oh no, he doesn't have access to X. If it did, right? If they did, because I know that Kimi has, they advertise themselves as having massive search, long writing batch tasks. But yeah, if they have access to X, I would jump into this immediately. But no, there's no X API. You still have to work your way around that. Let me see if I can deploy multiple Kimis here. Nah, it's so basic. This is a very basic bot. I guess, yeah, agent timed out. I would say, okay, so just from a quick inspection of this doesn't run the way I want it to run, honestly, because, yeah, I guess like because I have everything set up perfectly for my own needs here. So I have like multiple bots on my Discord channel. They're all doing stuff. I would say that, yeah, for $40, you're just getting the ease of setting up, and unfortunately, you don't have anything additional features integrated inside, which is, in my opinion, a little bit disappointing, like for the amount of money I'm paying. But that being said, if you want to use Kimi code and you already have Kimi code, then I think that's good. In terms of all the models, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Kimi, but Kimi is done by the guys from Moonshot, the Chinese guys, and they're one of the most popular Chinese AI agents. So they're right up there with Minimax. Kimi is like right around there. But the key feature, the highlight feature, I would say, of Kimi is their agent swarm. They were the first company to come out publicly, I would say, with this idea of an agent swarm, just like creating, like they have the orchestrator already set up where the orchestrator will create a bunch of agents to solve your problem for you. So if you want that feature, I think this is good. If you don't want this feature, or if you think, oh, maybe you want this feature, but you want it for cheaper, there's a lot of ways to do this. Say, for example, you can go on Open Router. You can just go and just select the Kimi model there, and then just run it directly. I would say that's, even that is a lot cheaper than running it on the Kimi servers. That's just my personal hot take on it, right? Like, you have like 50 cents for input token, $2 for an output token. You can just connect this to your current Openclaw that you set up, and you can probably follow my guide to there to get that done. But once you set it up, you have the full features without paying that $40. So yeah, that's a TLDR. Just not much. All right, we went through. We paid the $40. There wasn't too much on KimiClaw. KimiClaw is not really anything groundbreaking yet. It's just Openclaw running on Kimi servers. So take it as you wish. But we have a full video on running a server like Openclaw for just $2 on Zebra. That's my preferred host because of just how darn cheap it is. But yeah, that's a whole tutorial. You can probably get it done for much cheaper, and I don't think there's much else to say here other than, well, they did something cool. All right, so that's an honest, very, very honest guide on that. I think that's there's not much else that needs to be said here. You can probably configure it, run it, but because you don't have full terminal access to it, I'm not so encouraged to play it. So yeah, that's me wasting my $40 there, guys. With that, guys, not much more to be said. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think I reviewed this as very mid. There's probably a lot more other companies that do it for cheaper. But I thought since it's on my feed, make a video. Why not? All right, with that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. See you in the next one.